Hello. Once again, we are here watching some more Frieren. A story so sweet it makes my heart melt each time. And then I realise the existential dread that all time and all life will come to an end, we are born just to die, unless we're an immortal elf. And since I haven't had any DNA work done, it's a possibility. But when we're marching through time, seeing those that are left behind and the world that has been changed thanks to your actions, what else is Frieren going to find that her hero party in a time before has actually managed to do? And considering we're hearing about the land of the souls up north, how long is it going to be before she makes a fresh connection, potential talk with those that have gone before her? And maybe she'll understand a bit more about herself and her feelings. Maybe we'll learn a thing or two as well. Depends how introspective we're going to look. So, if you're enjoying the art styling, the backgrounds, the fun little journey, strap in because there's more. Let's begin the episode. Find Arione. I mean, considering that... was that the narrator then going over what she found and reading the passage in the book from her master? If there was such a place that... Oh, it was the dwarf, was it? If there was such a place as a area of the world that you can go talk to those that were once so important to you, I wonder how that would affect our current lives, what we take for granted or put our effort into pursuing. And how much is she going to acknowledge that she has changed now? Especially after travelling alone for a while. And seeing this kind of cold and disparate Frieren, one that was so aloof and not wanting to connect with anybody. And now look at her. The time that she spent with them all. And after. Predominantly after she realised what she had lost. I wonder if there will be a later. If you take things into proper account there. You're not getting rid of her that easily. And how much of her life after all is there going to be having this adventure? Is she going to stick with Frieren all the way? You know, if you start looking at things with a different perspective, like with everyone one day will, die and be gone. What's the most important to you? What do you want to leave behind? Do you want to waste time worrying about things and or just having fun and nothing else? Or leave behind a legacy? Each to their own, really, but still. Whether it be forming bonds and friendships, searching the world for magic. Might be a little difficult in reality. Substitute magic for anything really. No matter how late you leave it, there's always a chance to better yourselves, to do better than yesterday. And for one that lost a part of his faith, wanted to extend his own life, he accepted it quite well. Live a good life, one that he would be proud of. Does Frieren have dreams like that when she's, when she's out cold, whether it be really early in the morning or midday when she's still asleep? Story. A passerby giving you some random tidbits, some information about undeads and disappearances. Gather some more information and evidence from the townspeople. Is it actually... Family and acquaintances. But we're so far away from the land of souls. Does she have an idea of what's actually causing it? Yeah. Not decayed, not reanimated. So what are we talking about? Is it going to be his own little lore and legend, or going to be something that we would know from fantasy works? Did she almost drop it? Small little animation bits that weren't needed, but I like it. People in trouble, how can you turn away from them when they need it? If she's okay with delaying their journey a little bit to try and help out with this ghost problem, but who's going to turn up? If you're seeing remnants of the past, I think we know who Fern's going to see, but Frieren? Is it going to be him or someone else from her past? Her master? How good of a tracker is she? Illusion. And then anyone that decides to run, well, they've got stories to tell after, down in the pub, to tell adventurers and the like. She knew what it was. Okay. Well, depending on who you see, it could lure them in. If it's a lost loved one, they want to spend just a moment extra with them. What about anyone that isn't a mage? Is there a way to fight back? Yeah, could you shoot a loved one? She says that with certainty. Used to hearing her. Well, that seems like a weird tidbit to hear. But, yeah. She says with certainty that she'll be able to shoot the spirit of her loved one, but when push comes to shove, I'm guessing she won't be that eager. Straight away. They haven't even been walking all too long, have they? And there we go. The fact it's got to have some sort of mind reading capabilities to be able to create an image of the deceased. But yeah, using your memories to eke away your will to fight back. I think it would go one way. Either you'd be too stunned to actually react, or you'd be enraged at it. Enraged at it trying to mess with you and them. Right. So what she truly holds dear, or who she held dear, has changed. Her memory of the hero and his actual actions. Yeah, shoot me. All right. Yeah, the fog is dispersed quite easily. And are they going to go back to the village and be like, don't worry, you're safe, or just continue on their journey and let them find it out themselves? They don't need any parade or thank you, really. A dragon. Ah, I see. So, alongside all of the bones and other memorabilia in there, she's going to dive headfirst into a dragon's nest to grab a grimoire. Can they easily take it out? Is it going to be like the demon of old with the offense magic? Yeah. She went from the bush to now behind a tree. Run. Uh, if you get the opportunity. Safe. The fact that she was still just hiding behind a tree and not helping at all. The fact she didn't even break a sweat or anything. No, she's not up for going up against a dragon again. Maybe a little One that is gung-ho enough to actually take on a dragon? Stark. Well, if you had an apprentice of Frieren and Haida, now an apprentice of the Mr. Dwarf Warrior, who can complain? If he's given the go-ahead, or if he's just trying to keep him out of trouble, actually. I need it. The fact that who would... Oh, no, I've answered my own question before I've asked it. Who would create that kind of spell? Considering that there are mages of all capabilities. That come out of all sorts of spells to help out during daily life. Yeah, if he's come to them... I mean, he has to be somewhat foolhardy to just stand bearing down a dragon like that. So, first off, why did the dragon just leave him alone? Was he actually be like, yeah, let's not face him? Or... And why hasn't this Stark gone to take out the dragon himself, rather than just stay in the town for 3 years? Start off with a bit of a scolding. A shadow dragon. Well, I guess... Yes. But also trying to scare some with the threat of these are scars and the like. Not going to work on everyone. Now, why, oh why, is he telling the villagers not to leave? Does he just want to avoid going back as much as possible? Magic? Because it's interesting to her. But this is a particular reason. The grimoire. Did it need to break down? Is that the main culprit as to why she's going around collecting so much more? So she can impress that idiot again should he ever want to see more spells. So, is he going to tell the story as to why he didn't take it down already? 30 seconds. Love it. 30 seconds. Screw that. The great hero that saved the village. It's a dragon. Let me guess, was there a show of strength, and because he didn't back down, because he was scared stiff, the dragon was like, oh, I can't intimidate this one. A hero by default. A technicality. Was it also the dragon that left that look of disgust? But yeah, it was also the dragon that caused so much destruction around here. Like the big hole that was sitting behind him. What his answer will be. If he wants to learn to get better. Also, now I'm thinking, considering he's the apprentice of the other warrior, is he actually capable, just scared? And accidentally charismatic? Well, that seems like a very soft steak. Everyone needs to start everywhere. You can't expect to face down a dragon in your very first fight. Okay. So was the gorge taken out of the side of the cliff actually Stark? I don't think she'd be out asking for his help if she hadn't grilled him relentlessly about his capabilities. Like him. So he knows what it's like to turn his back to run and what that can lead to. How many swings has he been going at it then, if he's just been cutting away a chip at a time? I mean, that's a pretty good axe. The idea that you have a mage that has trouble communicating, a warrior that can tear chunks out of a mountain but is a complete coward. I mean, everyone has their own their flaws. I think on top of everything, this Stark is part of his power is probably his luck. In fact, he's gotten away with this. Survived a dragon through staring it down. become hero of the village, fed daily because of it. Seeing the spirits of the dead in this episode, the fact that that little mentions, I thought I'd see my master again. She definitely has grown. But now, if you have the hero of the village leaving to go on another adventure, one that is being accompanied by such a capable mage, one that may be able to actually make use of his abilities. Considering that he wasn't particularly useful, other than actually saving the village due to his fortitude and skill and being able to stand completely still. Disparity between how we were, the two stories we were told, how he stood fast and steadfast in front of a dragon, stared it down until it left, fled with its tails between its legs, and the I wet my britches, it was a dragon. Yeah, bit of a difference. How much did he have to wash his underwear after the encounter with that beast, though? And at this point, I do wonder if we come across a spirit that used the memories of the deceased against us, who I would see. There's a few people that have passed that meant quite a lot to me. Who would it be with what I imagine, or is there someone more influential that would be picked up on? And would you be able to make the hard decision? Fire upon them, destroy the image of what they were, but save yourself? The idea that the memory of the hero is like, shoot me? Yeah, her memory of him would be his full confidence in what she knew to be correct. She knows about the monster, what needs to be done, and he was foolhardy enough to be like, "Yeah, go for it." He wants to see the magic anyway. Well, better than up close. And I do like how this adventure is five episodes in. We've only just got the third member of the party, because we spent 4 episodes exploring the characters a bit, having it all set up, the reason for Frieren's journey, how and why she has an apprentice, and slowly building both her connection to the world and the world itself through the adventures that she's had with the hero party. It's a different way that this story is laid out compared to other things that I've seen, but I absolutely adore it. And I think, based on how many people like Frieren and its scores and how much people are talking about it, a lot of people would agree. Or maybe they just enjoy slightly autistic elf. But now we're having a new member added to the party, one that is going to need to build up his confidence, get a few battles under his belt. Maybe starting with a dragon was a bad idea. And start with something slightly easier, like a tree. A particularly strong rock. Just draw some eyes on it. That could be his first kill. But after some intense training under the tutelage of the dwarf, and seeing what he can do to the side of that cliff, having him just survive 30 seconds for Frieren to build up enough power to do something about the dragon? Or is she just going to slip on behind, grab the grimoire, and leg it? You know, now I'm thinking about it. Thanks, I've got the book. Now deal with the dragon yourself. And I think I'll say that the comedic timing of some of this does remind me of early Konosuba. Back when you didn't quite know what the jokes were or how it was going to hit, and then it was that disparity between the scenes. Almost immediate snap to... This is going to be a fun adventure. Especially how we have Fern just looking at him with pure disgust. Wonder how long that's going to last. Is it going to be the same kind of story with Frieren and Himmel? Where it goes unnoticed for so long. Still, to find out, we're going to have to watch more. And there's a dragon about, so... I wonder if they're going to build on it slightly, or if it is going to be dragons, big rampaging beasts. Or if it's going to subvert expectations on the fantasy trope of monsters there as well. We'll have to find out. I'm enjoying this, hopefully you are as well. If that is the case, let me know. If I've entertained you, leave a like and a comment down below. Maybe subscribe to the channel. But for now, have a look for any links in the description. Join my Discord. If none of that appeals to you, just get some rest. We're going to need it for the big day. Remember how easily that magic just bounced off of a dragon? It's not going to go down too easy. So the next one should be fun. Get some rest so that I can see you there. It does seem as though my patrons have the ability to carve through mountains themselves, as long as those mountains are made out of YouTube copyright system. But thanks to them, I've been able to continue my journey that is watching anime on the internet. So I really, really do need to thank Noku, Sal, Croyville, Ruben, Filamawa, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Light Wizard 91, Shiwan, Tori Jane, and everyone else. Because without them, no matter what prizes are in the dragon's nest, I'm not getting them.